Welcome back to the 8th concession. My name is Natalie. Well, as you can see, I'm back in the kitchen today. It's not that I haven't been in the kitchen, it's just I haven't been filming much in the kitchen lately. There's so much going on in the gardens and outside, and I wait for this all year long that I haven't been doing as much filming of cooking or baking. Also, it's been a bit too hot to bake, and in fact today is too hot to bake. But it's also too hot to be outside. Here in southern Ontario, we're in a bit of a heat wave. Temperatures here are ranging around 31 Celsius, which is I think about 88 Fahrenheit. But with the humidex, which is the problem we have here in southern Ontario, it's the humidity, which has been peaking at like 100% humidity certain days. It feels like a sauna outside. That's bumping up our temperature, feels like 40 degrees Celsius, which is 104. That is hot and uncomfortable with the humidity. So it's not a lot of fun to be outside today. So I thought I'd come in and quickly mix something up in the kitchen and bring you along. So what am I making today? Well, gardening season is in full gear and the fruit is coming so well. We're going to have an absolute overload of blackberries this year. The raspberries look great. We've even managed to get some strawberries off the 4 little strawberry plants that I planted. We have some blueberries coming. So the idea is now to use up the things I have in the freezer or in the fridge, because I've got a whole bunch of fresh stuff coming soon. Oh, and peaches. My peach tree is doing so well. I'll have to show you in the next video how they're growing. I've never had peaches off our tree yet. This will be the first year, and I'm hoping that they stay on long enough so that I can get some ripe fruit. Managed, I think, 2 sweet cherries, which we grabbed quickly before the birds did, and I think there have been 2 sour cherries, so certainly not enough to use, but I'm hoping next year those ones will, give me enough fruit I can cook or bake with them. But the peaches are looking good. So today, what have I got lying around that needs to go so I can make room for the new harvest? Well, I have a very sad little lemon, and I noticed I have just a few leftover blueberries in the freezer. I had made some blueberry tarts, I believe, or blueberry cake earlier, and I have a few left over. So this is perfect for a lemon blueberry loaf. I think it will still taste summery with the lemon, and something nice to snack on with coffee or tea in the morning. So let's get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put 1.5 cups all-purpose flour in a bowl. We're going to add 1 teaspoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon salt. And then we're going to mix that all together. Next, we're going to take our sad little lemon and see what juice we can get out of it. I will have to add some lemon juice that I bought in the store because I don't think this will be enough. Once all the lemon juice is out, I am going to grate some of the peel as well. So for this next part, we've had to move over to my cramped counter. No, we haven't started the kitchen renovation yet, but exciting news is around the corner. We hopefully will be starting one of our renovations in about 3 weeks. I am very excited about that. I will bring you along for that. But for now, the kitchen, I'm afraid, looks the same. All right, we've got 1/3 cup butter or margarine that we are going to cream together with our 1 cup of sugar. Now we are going to add 2 eggs, courtesy of the ladies, and 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. Now 2 tablespoons I got from the actual lemon, and I had to add a little bit of store-bought lemon juice because really I think this recipe would work better with 2 lemons, but we're using up what we have, and what we had was 1 lemon. So let's give this a good mix. just remembered I haven't preheated my oven. So 350, and I've also greased my loaf pan. Better late than never. Okay, so back over at our mixing bowl, we have our margarine, sugar, eggs, and lemon juice. And now we are going to add the flour mixture we did earlier and half a cup of milk alternately into the batter, beating after each. So let's always start with dry. Now all we have to do is fold in our 3 last ingredients. Some grated lemon rind. Now the recipe called for 2 tablespoons, but with only 1 sad little lemon, I didn't get quite that much, so I won't have as much. Half a cup of nuts. I'm using pecans. Some call them pecans. I find they go really well with lemon. And my blueberries. Now the thing with blueberries is when you bake with them, frozen or fresh, they tend to sink to the bottom of whatever you're making, muffins, loaves, cakes. So there is a trick. I don't know how well it's gonna work on these blueberries. There's a lot of frozen liquid oh, there, my oven's preheated. There's a lot of frozen liquid around them, but if you add some flour, so I'm going to take about a tablespoon of flour and I'm going to coat them in it. It will help them not sink to the bottom. Depending on the size of the blueberries, how much liquid there is in them, that will all result in how well this will work, but it definitely helps. So just coat your blueberries in some flour and just make sure they're all covered before you add them to your batter. All right. In you go. Whoops. Now these items we're just going to fold in. Let's get the rest of that. So just gently fold them in. And it's ready to go in the pan. There we go, 65 minutes later. I've just pulled it out of the oven. It looks fantastic, and best of all, I can already see some blueberries here that did not sink to the bottom, so the flour trick worked. Now we're gonna let it cool for about 10 minutes before we add the final glaze. Okay, so now we've had it cooling for about 10 minutes. I want to take it out of the loaf pan and just put it on the wire rack. It's still warm. You want it to still be warm. You also want it to come out in one piece. Put this in and lift it up gently. Let's try that again. Okay, ooh, you can see the steam coming up from the bottom. I'm going to, because we want to put the glaze in the top. Now the glaze is simple. It is a 1/4 cup of sugar, and to that I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of lemon juice. I have to use my, my store-bought lemon juice. Now, so that it goes into the loaf more, I'm going to poke some holes in so it gets through that nice crust. And here we go. I do it over wax paper to catch all the excess that will drip down. There, now we're going to let that fully cool. There you go, lemon blueberry loaf. A great way to use up some things that were hanging around the house and a delicious treat to go with an ice cold glass of lemonade. Hope you give it a try. Bye for now.